the channel. So we rented this Bobcat E60 excavator from White Star this weekend, and one of my subscribers, RWK, wanted to kind of see an overview on it. So I told him I'd make a short little video kind of hitting some features on this machine. And I will say, for it being a mini excavator, I was well impressed with how well it dug. We used it to dig the mud out of the center part of that pond down there that we're working on. And it handled a full bucket of mud. Great. I dug for probably, well, you'll see it in the video, but I dug about 5.5 hours on the mud itself and got all that cleaned out. And I intentionally wasn't even going to do that with this machine, and I thought, well, I'd try it just to see how it done. Dug for 30 minutes and was like, man, I got a lot done. So I continued to just use it and dig out the rest of the mud, and went with that. So this is the Bobcat E60 excavator. It's 12.5 on weight. On the front here we got the blade. Now you can get this with an angle blade option. If I was going to buy one, that'd be something that I'd definitely want on the front. They have a little cylinder over here that you can angle this blade for filling in ditches and stuff. And then here on the front, it's got the Bobcat thumb on here. I think I'm not super familiar with all the excavators, but I think most of the ones from like E35 and up come standard with the thumb, I'm pretty sure, but don't quote me on that. This is a 36-inch bucket. This is the biggest bucket I do believe that this one can run. It's got the Bobcat exchange system. So you can, it's hydraulic here for this pin. So you can, in the cab, you can unhook the bucket. Now their little bucket exchange system, that they call it the X-change. It's kind of weird. I don't know. It took me a while to get used to it, but now that I'm familiar with it, it's fine. But so it's got these little pins down here. When you undo the lock, it comes out from here. This pin comes out, and then you basically just pull your stick back, and then this will catch these little pins, so it kind of just hangs on that. And then you gotta like press your bucket down and press this H-link down and to lock it. If you get one, you'll just have to play around with it and you'll see what I mean. But up here, I've talked about this before when we had the 42. You got your auxiliary hydraulics, so you can leave the thumb up and lock this cylinder so it won't bleed down, and change it to an attachment or whatever you want to run, an auger, a hydraulic breaker or whatnot. It's got a couple lights up here. There's one there, one up here in the boom so you can see at night. This one's pretty nice because it's well protected. Those two up there, not so much. The whole boom can swing side to side like most standard mini excavators. It will swing farther this way than it will that way. Coming around here to the back, we got diesel fuel over here. It's got the rear counterweight on it. And then back here is the engine. I think this is it says up here, let me see. 55.7. It's 55.7 horsepower. It's got a 4-cylinder, the Bobcat engine in it. You got your air filter here, engine oil fill, engine oil dipstick right here, your engine oil filter. And then over here, you got your radiators and hydraulic stuff. There's a little latch. You can flip this up, get access to your hydraulic filter here, all your hydraulic stuff, your reservoir, and then this piece comes out. And then you can get access to clean your screens, like this knob. I'm not going to take all this off, but this knob comes off, and then this screen, you can pick it up and pull it out. So there's good access. And then you got both your fuel filters right here. So you got your little primary filter, and then your main filter, your radiator. So very good access to everything. I mean, it's all right there. And another cool thing I like about them is you can clean it out really good, because underneath this is all open. So you can see, you can wash out, like some excavators, you got to take a bunch of plates off. But I mean, I guess if you have plates, it's good and protected. But anyway, that's all open. So also under here, we got 2 tie downs right here on both sides and in the center. Shut this back. Got this little chart up here, shows you where all the grease fittings are. You got your windshield washer fluid, batteries right there. You got 2 tie downs on each side on the track frames, front and back. And then we'll get up here in the cab and I'll show you guys inside. So this door is locked. Up here in the cab, it's pretty roomy, got plenty of foot room, the AC works good. This whole side window opens up all the way back, both ends, so you can open that way, you can open it this way. This whole front window assembly opens up real easy. So you got forward, backwards, just like most all excavators. So you got your windshield washer controls here. This is your lock and unlock for that exchange system. And then this toggle switch, I believe, swings the boom left and right. And then this one here does the thumb. You got your blade control right here, 2-speed. Horn on the back side, and then these 2 buttons do your auxiliary hydraulics, I believe. If there's a, oh no, this one does something with the screen. I guess if you had a backup camera, you could turn it on. And yeah, this bottom one is continuous flow for the hydraulics right there. So other than that, you got your HVAC controls over here. You got 2 cup holders in here. Got your ignition, throttle, the annoying beep alarm. You can silence it while you're driving. Glow plugs, 12 volt. Plenty of air vents over here. There's none over here on this side, which kind of sucks. But the speakers are in the back. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'll kind of go over some of the stuff on the screen. I'm not super familiar with it because nothing I have has this screen, but I do like it, what I've messed with it so far. And then my 100-hour review on the 770, this is what I was talking about, that I wish they'd integrate this on the M series if they're going to keep making it. So you got your phone Bluetooth, which is cool. You can accept calls, pops up on the screen. You can answer it here, or you can touch screen it. My favorite thing on here is the service. Like, it tells you all the stuff. Like you can record your services. So the last time somebody serviced this was at 68.9 hours. You can see what they did, and they logged it 9/11/24. Like, that's pretty cool. If it ever had any codes. Then you got the schedule on here, and this is cool. Like, it tells you upcoming stuff. So we need to grease the swing bearing and pinion, due in 19 hours. As you can see here, I think you can adjust these parameters, but it literally tells you everything when it's due, and I think that's just pretty cool. So you got attachments, got all the attachments it can have, like the auger, the mower, and then the Bobcat depth check deal, which is pretty cool. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I'm not going to get into that, but it's pretty cool if you ever got time to look at it. But anyway, then you got settings in here. You can change whatever you want. We're not going to mess with any of it because it's probably all locked out, being that it's a rental. So you got your vitals. It tells you everything there. You can have this just gauge set up like that. But anyway, I really like that thing. The only thing I don't like about it is once it's the machine started and ran, it boots up really quick. But when it's cold, the screen goes black. See how it came on immediately because I've had it on. But if it sits overnight, the screen goes black when it comes on. It says Bobcat. It takes forever to boot up, and that's really annoying. They need to fix that. But other than that, I think this thing at a certain time can go black on the background. But we'll start it up here. So this arm is really long. It's got plenty of reach. It'll get real far out there. I mean, that's probably 20 feet. Maybe farther than that. I don't know. It's got some reach on it, I'll give it that. Pretty quiet. Hydraulics are fast on it. Yeah, this one's the thumb. And then this left one is the swing. Oh, my wife's gonna be mad I hit her trees. Trying to do this one-handed. But yeah, it's pretty quiet in the cab too. So that's full throttle right there. It's got the auto idle just like the skid steer does. But yeah, it's air ride seat. It's got plenty of leg room in here. Pretty spacious. This machine just now is getting ready to hit 100 hours on it. So that is one good thing about renting from White Star, is all their machines basically are cab heat and air, and they're pretty much brand new. I think the highest hour one I've ever got from them was like 175 or 180 hours on the machine, and this is the newest one I've rented. But all the grease points are pretty easy to get to. You just extend the boom all the way out. When I had it laying down on the ground, you can pretty much hit everything. But definitely a solid machine. Hopefully one of these days I can justify buying one. but I don't know. I'd kind of like an E88, but I just don't have any way to haul it, would be the only issue. But this one, I wish they kind of had a size in between this one and the E88, like an E70 or something, because this is like 12.5, and then the E88 goes to like almost 20,000 pounds. But still, this one is a good machine, but the E88 is quite a bit bigger than this one. But anyway, I'll put the all the machine specs in the description if you guys want to read through all those. I'm going to try to keep this video kind of short, so if you want to read through them, they'll be in the description. Well, if you're looking at buying one of these, hopefully this little overview kind of showed you some features on it. So anyways, if you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one.